Hello and welcome, my friends. Welcome to Wednesday. Welcome to Pisces. Before we get going too far into this, I do want to wish everybody who has a sun sign of Pisces a very happy birthday. I hope that this next month, this energy embraces you, really fulfills you. Now, it doesn't matter where Pisces lands or doesn't land on your astrological birth chart. This energy will impact you because it is large and in charge up in the sky. Now, Pisces is the 12th zodiac of the calendar. So we will be transitioning over into Aries, which is a new calendar year, if you will. And I love the fact that we keep having these new years come forward. Of course, we have the new year of, January 1st. We have the Chinese zodiac, that's January, February time. And then in March, we have Aries come in. Well, Pisces, Aries, we've got that transition. And for my pagan friends, of course, we have Halloween. There's a lot of natural endings and beginnings, which is just, it's a fantastic, crossroads that we can keep coming forward to and, utilize to our advantage. Now, the deck I chose for this reading, this is the Shadowscape Tarot. Very whimsical, and I felt worked well with this mutable water energy. There are three types of zodiac. So we have the fixed, which is the very, I don't want to say stuck, fixed in their way energy, if you will, that comes in. And the fixed water, that's obviously Scorpio. Very emotional, very intense, and I love it. And there is no perfect zodiac. They all have that two-sided coin. Then, of course, you have the cardinal, which is the transitional piece. And, Cancer is the water cardinal zodiac that transitions us to summer. The mutable is a little bit more flexible-ish. It's not flexy bendy. It's a little bit moldish, if you will. You'll be able to mold it a little bit. I love the whimsical, and it felt flowy like the Pisces energy. To go off the whimsy, I do have the Sacred Earth Oracle. Plus, it felt like we needed the stability of the earth, because too much of any energy is overwhelming and bad. All right, let's look at this. Let's look at what Pisces is going to bring this year. I love this deck. I love the watercolors. I wish the creator would create another one. Her name is Jennifer something, or no, Stephanie something. It's such a great deck. I have not heard any inkling that she is. However, decks, especially when you're looking at the watercolor, can take quite a while to create. So hopefully she is. We have the Emperor, fourth card in the Major Arcana. We go to the Two of Wands in reversal. And I'm keeping these low because the camera light does not do any justice to the cards. It needs the black surface. That's why I always have a black tablecloth. It pops the cards better. The World, such a great card. The Seven of Wands. The Sun in reversal. I love this. And I love the fact that the Sun is in reversal. Now, reversals don't always mean a bad thing. And the Sun in reversal does actually really amplify that. Because the Sun talks about the joy and the love, the happiness. In reversal, think of it as a summer day with those white puffy clouds. It's not too intense. It's just lovely and warm. That's the energy of the sun in reversal. And tarot, there's very few cards that have very limited meanings. This is one of them. And I think that's why it's a good highlight to what a reversal can mean. Some people get really upset that, oh my God, I get reversals, that's a bad thing. Not necessarily. Too much of anything can be overwhelming. And I think that really highlights how there is a positive vein in your world. It's just sometimes it's harder to see, and sometimes you don't want that much positive. We are looking at a time of reducing the stuff that has been kind of almost stalking or ailing you. We've got the conflict of the Seven of Wands. We've got the Two of Wands in reversal, which talks a lot about indecision, uncertainty, indecisiveness. And we have the World, large and in charge, in the middle. The World is in the ending and the beginning. Pisces is wrapping things up for you. And like I said, and it's interesting because I don't always say this. I've done, I don't know how many years I've done the zodiac readings. I've never talked about the endings and the beginnings. Nor did I talk about the endings and beginnings when the Chinese New Year happened at the end of January. There's natural ebbs and flows. This is a natural crossroads. The important thing throughout Pisces is going to be remembering that there is positive. Yes, there's conflict. There is challenge. However, there is that positive as well. The most important piece will be to remember that this is kind of an ending and a beginning. That you do have within you the stability to move forward. It doesn't matter what comes next. You have those natural pieces within you and around you to make the decisions, to do the things you need to do. Pisces is going to give you the time to reflect on what it is that you need to do, you want to do, and things that you need to release and let go of. It's not an action time. None of these cards say, hey, let's get up and go. The next 4 weeks gives you an opportunity to do that reflection, that celebration, and get ready for that next stage. Aries is going to bring you in and bring you in, because Aries, it's that cardinal fire. We're hopping into spring. We're able to kind of defrost, if you will. And that's what Pisces is helping us do, is to defrost. Maintain and really reinforce the stability, not only as that bigger archetype, but also within ourselves, that masculine energy. And it does not matter what gender we identify with, we have it within us. We need that very protective, strong energy to help move us forward. That's why it was the first card. And there is no, just like a zodiac, there is no one better energy. We need all of them. We need all of it to be a complete person, to have the use of as many tools and abilities as we can. Get the most out of this experience rather than cycling just in one. Do some people favor a specific gender? Absolutely. Or a specific energy like that? Sure. However, that doesn't mean that's their gender. You can get a very assertive and active woman and a very more passive and quiet, nurturing man. It doesn't matter. It does not identify our gender. It just means that we embrace that type of energy more. Specialization. This card usually talks about picking one piece to specialize, Honestly, and it was in reversal. You saw it as I had to turn it over. This card, to me, feels like we need the moving parts. All these parts to get us going. We need to look at the different parts for sure. See which ones we need and see which ones we need to let go of. Unity. I love this. This next chapter is going to help us to really like light our fires and bring us forward, but it's going to help to bring you together with others. So look at what's the conflict, look at the challenges that you're having. And honestly, Mars goes back into direct next week. Just a sec, let me pull up my calendar. Yes, on Monday, which will help with some of this conflict that we're dealing with. However, March, the 1st of March, so next Saturday, we have Venus going into retrograde. Venus is the month of love, can bring in conflict. And guys, I will do a specific reading for Venus in retrograde, but Venus also, it's known as the planet of love, but it also has to do with finances. So it's an important planet when we're in retrograde. Thankfully, it's only in retrograde till like the beginning of April. Additionally, we have Mercury going into retrograde on March 15th. So that unity may be taxed, that conflict is going to raise, especially as we go throughout Pisces. And it will be important for you to maintain that stability, that positivity, as we start to do that natural progression. Time. I love it. Divine timing is a thing. And you will also, as we have the Emperor here, we need that routine. We need that schedule. Because time will slip by faster than you think it will. And you may miss out on some things. Take a quick gander in the next day or two as to what it is you need to accomplish. And then have a list of what you want to accomplish. And start to pencil things in. Do you need a rigid, very concrete schedule? No. That probably won't fly for a lot of us. Some of us, that's exactly what we need. However, that's not exactly what it's asking. We need to balance it out. And a lot of us don't do well with the extremes. Have a nice balance for yourself, but make sure that you do have that schedule so that you've got it planned out, not only in your mind, but possibly on paper, so you don't forget. Because again, our mind gets going and things get swirling and then we forget. But there is only so much time that you have before we do transition into Aries. And well, there are a lot of fun things. Yeah, there's a lot of challenge, but we have like St. Patrick's Day, International Women's Day. We've got new moons, we've got full moons, we've got, well, the spring equinox comes in with Aries, but there are positive things. And you can, of course, if you need, schedule in that positive. Because it's still there. It may not be large and in charge and in your face. However, you can intentionally bring it forward. It's what you need. What's going to fill you and get you ready for those next pieces, that next stage. The 3 of Wands in reversal. Like I said, this is more about the planning, the thinking, the releasing, the celebrating, not the moving. Please don't move. Don't make a lot of plans for action, especially on the growth piece. Not unless it's something that you've already planned before. Don't put great stock in a lot of movement on growth. This is where you're looking at your map, planning it out, if you will. The 3 of Pentacles, the Triforce Perfecta. Okay, yes, this is your pathway forward. However, you do not live in a bubble. There's lots of moving parts. There's people involved. Your physical supports are going to be just as important. You need to work with them. You need to work with self. You need to work with your high vibrational support team. They're all there. The more you work with them, the more you're going to see those gears flow well. Do they have to do the work for you? No, that's not a good idea. Could you get information from them? Their thoughts, their feelings, their ideas? Absolutely. And you can put it in as more of that planning. Does it make sense? Does it fit well? Yes, fantastic. Use it. If it doesn't sit well, then no. The Page of Swords in reversal, and then the Ace of Pentacles. Love it. So the Page of Swords reminds you not to overthink things, because that's what humans do. We like to think things to death. And then we talk ourselves out of it, and that wasn't important anyway. And then we find out actually it was. So mind the overthinking. Use the page energy to ask the questions, because this is the toddler who likes to ask the why, the what, the where, the who. We need that. We need that idea. We need to use our head, and we need to look at and map things out. This isn't action. This is planning. This is planting the seeds. Because we need those seeds to start to, incubate. We plan those ideas. We start at the beginning. And you're not in full work mode, go, 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 and action phase. You're in more of that planning stage. We need our head. We need to think things through. We not overthink, but think things through so that we can start to create. We can start to embrace those opportunities that not only will be here in Pisces, but will come up into the spring with Aries. So Pisces is very much, okay, let's grab our tea, and as things melt outside, let's look at that spring energy. Let's get excited for it. And let's make it easier so that we can release the crap we don't want. That's just going to anchor us and cause us problems. Add in the conflict, add in the yuck and the gunk, while at the same time nurturing and embracing those positive aspects that are going to help things move forward, that will help to create. We have many balls in the it's literally like trying to juggle a ball pit of balls. Some of those balls we don't need. Other ones we can make bigger or brighter. It's an individual piece. You don't drop any of the balls that are necessary for that very stable structure of life. And that's going to be an important part to remember. It's not about dropping everything so that you can hyper-focus in on it. Again, that's not going to help. However, it is that fine balance. Making sure you meet that structure, that stability of life, and then bringing in that glow, that light that's going to support you as you step into the spring energy, as the sun starts to melt the snow. We need to shake off this ice and snow and start to get ready for what 2025 can and will bring us. I want to thank you for joining me in this exploration of what you can expect from Pisces. I hope this helped you to kind of get your ducks in a row, if you will, for the weeks to come. If you like this session, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and let me know what you're most excited for Pisces. And if you haven't done so, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell, as there's so much more coming forward. You don't miss any of it. And if you're looking for an added layer of support, I do have a Patreon page. I provided a link below so you can go check it out. Again, I want to thank you for joining me in this exploration of Pisces. Until tomorrow, my friends.